Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we have an exciting topic to dive into, a coin that represents a monumental moment in American history. It's a coin that commemorates the life and legacy of a true trailblazer, a leader who broke barriers and made history. We're talking about the 2022 United States $quarter featuring Wilma Mankiller, the first woman to serve as principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. This is a coin that's not just a piece of currency, it's a tribute to a powerful figure in American history. But beyond its historical significance, this coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, and it could be worth more than you think. Let's begin by talking about Wilma Mankiller herself. Born in 1945 in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, Wilma Mankiller was a woman of extraordinary courage and vision. After overcoming significant personal and professional challenges, she became the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation in 1985. During her time in office, Mankiller worked tirelessly to improve the lives of Native Americans, focusing on issues like education, health care, and economic development. Her leadership was groundbreaking, not just for Native Americans, but for women in leadership roles across the country. Wilma Mankiller's impact continues to resonate to this day, and the U.S. Mint chose to honor her with this special edition quarter. The United States Mint introduced the series of quarters in 2022 as part of the American Women Quarters program, which aims to recognize the contributions of notable women in U.S. history. The Wilma Mankiller quarter is one of the first coins to be released under this program, and it's already becoming a favorite among collectors. The design of the coin is stunning, showcasing Wilma Mankiller in a powerful pose. On the obverse side, you'll see her profile, surrounded by the words Wilma Mankiller and Cherokee Nation. The reverse side of the coin features an image of Mankiller, standing with confidence, symbolizing the strength and resilience of the Cherokee people and women everywhere. The design itself is deeply symbolic. Wilma Mankiller is depicted with a proud expression, representing her unwavering commitment to her people and her role as a pioneer for Native American women in leadership. The background features elements that represent her heritage and the culture she worked so hard to preserve. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of empowerment, resilience, and progress. Now, let's talk about why this coin has become such an exciting piece for collectors. While the coin is part of a series honoring notable women, it stands out due to Wilma Mankiller's monumental place in American history. As the first woman to serve as principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, her legacy is one of breaking barriers, overcoming adversity, and making a lasting impact on her community. This makes the 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter an essential piece for any serious collector. But what about its value? What makes this particular $quarter worth more than its face value of 25 cents? The answer lies in the rarity and condition of the coin. Although these quarters were released into circulation, the ones that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are much rarer. Coins that are kept in excellent condition are always more valuable, especially when they feature important figures like Wilma Mankiller. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been well preserved, as they are considered more valuable than those that have been used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear. Additionally, special editions, like the proof coins, that are struck for collectors are more valuable than regular circulation coins. These proof coins are made with special care and undergo a more intricate process during minting, which gives them a sharp, detailed design and a mirror-like finish. If you happen to come across a Wilma Mankiller quarter in proof condition, you're in for a treat, but it doesn't end there. Some collectors have noted that coins with certain unique features, like minting errors or unusual characteristics, can fetch even higher prices. These coins are often considered one-of-a-kind and can be highly sought after by those looking to complete their collections with rare specimens. So, what's the big question? How much is this 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter worth? While the exact value can vary depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and whether it has any special features, a Wilma mankiller quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error could be worth an impressive amount. You might be surprised to learn that the coin's value can reach up to $57,000, that's right, $57,000 for a single quarter. This remarkable price tag is a reflection of the coin's historical significance, its place in a series that honors women in U.S. history, and its rarity, especially when in mint condition or with special features. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, it could be the start of a profitable collection. Before we wrap up, remember to always check the condition of your coins. If you happen to come across a 2022 Wilma mankiller quarter, take a closer look. If it's in great shape, it could be worth much more than you think. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, coins like these are valuable not only for their monetary worth but also for their connection to history and the legacy they represent. Top 2, we're diving into a classic and iconic coin that's been capturing the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1972 United States quarter dollar. This coin may seem like just another piece of currency at first glance, but there's so much more to it than meets the eye. Whether you've got one of these quarters stashed away in an old coin jar or you're just beginning to explore the world of numismatics, you'll want to stick around to discover why this quarter could be worth far more than its face value. The 1972 quarter is part of the famed Washington Quarter series, a series that has been in circulation for decades. For years, the quarter has been a symbol of the United States, with the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse side. However, what makes the 1972 quarter stand out in particular is not just its design, but the unique set of circumstances surrounding its minting, along with certain rare features that can make it highly valuable. Now, let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side of the 1972 quarter, you'll find George Washington, the first President of the United States, with the word Liberty engraved above him. The reverse side showcases the American eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, with the words United States of America and E pluribus unum encircling the eagle, signifying the unity of the states. The coin's design, simple yet timeless, has been a staple of U.S. currency for over 80 years. So, why is the 1972 quarter such a big deal for collectors? To answer that question, we need to dive into a little bit of coin history. While quarters have been minted in the U.S. for centuries, the 1972 quarter holds special significance due to a couple of key factors. One of the main reasons this particular year stands out is due to a significant minting error that occurred during the production process. In 1972, the U.S. Mint experienced a rare and unusual issue during the coin's production. A number of these quarters were struck with a noticeable doubling effect on the date, making the year 1972 appear more than once. This phenomenon, known as a double die, occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the minting process, resulting in a misalignment that causes the design to appear twice. These double die coins are incredibly rare, and they're highly sought after by collectors because of their unique and striking appearance. Finding a 1972 quarter with a noticeable double die effect can make a huge difference in its value. While regular 1972 quarters are still considered valuable in excellent condition, a double die example can skyrocket in price, attracting collectors who are eager to add such a rare and distinct piece to their collections. This is where the value really starts to come into play. Another factor that adds to the appeal of the 1972 quarter is the coin's age. Although it's not one of the oldest coins in circulation, it is approaching its 50th anniversary. As coins age and become more scarce over time, their value tends to increase, especially when they're in pristine condition. A quarter from 1972 that's been well preserved can fetch a higher price simply because it's harder to find than coins from more recent years, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for older, rarer coins in mint condition. It's also important to note that the overall condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. A 1972 quarter in excellent condition, meaning it has little to no wear and tear, sharp details, and a clean surface, will naturally be worth more than a worn coin that has seen years of use in circulation. Coins that have been carefully preserved in protective cases or stored properly are always going to be more valuable to collectors, who are looking for specimens that maintain as much of their original luster and design as possible. So, now that we understand the factors that make the 1972 quarter special, let's get to the burning question. How much is this coin really worth? The value of a 1972 quarter can vary greatly depending on several factors, including whether it has the double die error, its condition, and whether it has been professionally graded. In general, a standard 1972 quarter is worth more than face value, especially if it's in uncirculated or high-grade condition. However, if you happen to come across a 1972 quarter with a noticeable double die error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. These coins can be valued at thousands of dollars, with some fetching incredibly high prices at auctions. In fact, if you have an authentic 1972 double die quarter in excellent condition, it could be worth an eye-popping sum. Are you ready for the big reveal? The 1972 quarter with the double die error has been known to sell for as much as $69,000, that's right, $69,000 for a single quarter. This is a huge reminder that even the most seemingly ordinary coins can have extraordinary value, depending on the circumstances surrounding their minting and condition. If you're a coin collector or just someone with an eye for unique finds, make sure to take a close look at any 1972 quarters you might come across. You never know, what looks like just another piece of change could actually be worth a small fortune. Top 3. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1979 United States quarter dollar, a coin that's been on the radar of collectors for quite some time. While quarters are common coins we see in our daily transactions, this particular one from 1979 holds an intriguing story that might just make you rethink the value of your loose change. You might be surprised to learn that this coin could be worth significantly more than its face value. Stay tuned as we explore why the 1979 quarter is so special and what makes it a hidden gem for collectors and investors alike. The 1979 quarter belongs to the beloved Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation for over 8 decades. With George Washington's profile gracing the obverse side of the coin and the iconic American eagle featured on the reverse, the quarter has long been a staple of U.S. currency. But what makes the 1979 version particularly interesting is not just its design, but the unique set of factors that influence its value. Let's start with the basics of the design. The obverse side features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, with the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," inscribed around him. The reverse side, as always, showcases the majestic American eagle, wings spread wide, encircled by the inscriptions, "United States of America," and "E Pluribus Unum." While the design of the quarter remained largely the same for many years, the 1979 version still stands out because of the circumstances surrounding its production, especially when it comes to its condition and any rare features it may possess. The real intrigue with the 1979 quarter arises from the fact that certain examples from this year have gained attention due to minting errors and anomalies. A particularly notable feature that collectors look for in the 1979 quarters is what's known as a near-date variety. This term refers to the placement of the date, which appears closer to the rim of the coin compared to other years. While this may seem like a small detail, it plays a huge role in the coin's desirability. The near-date variety is one of the key factors that has made the 1979 quarter an exciting find for collectors. Another aspect of the 1979 quarter that contributes to its increased value is its rarity in certain conditions. Coins that have been well preserved in excellent, uncirculated condition are always sought after by collectors. These coins, often stored away for decades in pristine condition, are far less common than their worn counterparts. The 1979 quarter, especially in higher grades, is significantly rarer than many other quarters from the same period, which means it commands a higher price in the marketplace. Coins that have been carefully stored, free from damage, scratches, or signs of heavy use, are worth much more than those that have seen heavy circulation. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. How much is this 1979 quarter really worth? You may be thinking that it's just another piece of change, but you'd be wrong. While a regular 1979 quarter in average condition may only be worth slightly more than face value, when you factor in the rarer varieties, like the near-date coins, or those in pristine, uncirculated condition, the value can soar. The truth is that the 1979 quarter has seen significant interest in recent years from numismatists, which has driven up its value. A well-preserved 1979 quarter with the near-date variety or other rare features can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. But it doesn't stop there. If you're fortunate enough to find a 1979 quarter that's in perfect mint condition or has an unusual error, the price can be astronomical. While most 1979 quarters are worth a few dollars in good condition, there have been cases where a single 1979 quarter has sold for an astounding $60,000, that's right, $60,000 for a single quarter. This figure may seem unbelievable, but it's a reality for collectors who have been lucky enough to find one of these rare, high-grade, or error-struck coins. What makes this such a compelling opportunity for collectors is that the 1979 quarter holds historical significance as well as unique features that make it a must-have for any serious numismatist. If you have a 1979 quarter in your collection, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Examine the date closely to see if it features the near-date variety. And don't forget to check the overall condition of the coin. If it's in excellent shape or even uncirculated, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of U.S. history. In the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story, and the 1979 quarter is no exception. It's not just a coin, it's a reminder of a specific time in American history, and with rare varieties and unique features, it's also a valuable piece of currency. So, the next time you come across a 1979 quarter, make sure to give it a second glance. It could be worth much more than you think. Top 4, we've got something truly special to talk about, the 1983 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, you might think it's just another typical quarter, part of the long-running Washington quarter series that has been in circulation for decades. However, this particular coin has a story and a hidden value that might surprise you. Stick around as we delve into why the 1983 quarter has piqued the interest of collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike. Let's take a moment to talk about the design of the 1983 quarter. Like most quarters from the Washington quarter series, this coin features a profile of George Washington on the obverse side. Washington, the first president of the United States, is depicted in his familiar left-facing profile, with the words, "Liberty," and, "In God We Trust," surrounding his image. The reverse side, as always, displays the majestic American eagle, wings spread wide, symbolizing strength and freedom, accompanied by the words, "United States of America," and "E Pluribus Unum." Now, while the design of the 1983 quarter might look familiar, it's the coin's condition and unique characteristics that truly set it apart. Over the years, the 1983 quarter has become known for certain quirks and features that make it desirable for collectors. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1983 quarter is its low mintage in certain instances, which plays a huge role in determining its value today. Though the 1983 quarter was minted in large quantities, the particular versions that have survived in pristine or uncirculated condition are much rarer and far more valuable. However, the most fascinating reason why the 1983 quarter has captured the attention of collectors is the presence of some rare minting errors that have made certain coins from this year highly sought after. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin's production, resulting in a coin that is different from the standard design. In the case of the 1983 quarter, some coins were produced with very noticeable flaws, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, and other anomalies. These errors make the coin stand out and increase its appeal to those looking for something unique in their collection. A particularly famous error associated with the 1983 quarter is a die crack, which is a flaw in the die used to stamp the design onto the coin. These die cracks can result in the coin showing visible lines or marks that aren't part of the original design. While these coins are still functional as currency, they're considered error coins, and are valued much higher than standard, unflawed quarters. Error coins, in general, are highly prized by collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces, and a 1983 quarter with a significant die crack or other minting flaw could command an impressive price at auction. It's also worth mentioning that the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A 1983 quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition will always be worth more than one that has been heavily circulated and shows signs of wear. Coins that are carefully preserved, stored in protective holders, and kept away from the damaging effects of time and use are much rarer and, therefore, more valuable. A quarter that's been well taken care of can retain much of its original shine and detail, making it an attractive option for collectors who are looking to add top-quality pieces to their collections. So, let's get to the big question: how much is a 1983 quarter worth today? The value of the 1983 quarter can vary significantly depending on its condition and whether it has any minting errors. A standard 1983 quarter in average condition may only fetch a few dollars above face value, but when you add in the factor of rare minting errors or perfect condition, the value can increase dramatically. Coins with notable errors or pristine features have been known to fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auctions, and some have even reached eye-watering sums. If you happen to find a 1983 quarter in flawless, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with an error like a die crack or an off-center strike, you could be in for a huge surprise. The most valuable 1983 quarters have been known to sell for as much as $52,000, yes, you heard that right, $52,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents can command such a staggering price. The 1983 quarter's value is a perfect example of how a combination of rarity, condition, and unique minting features can turn an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable treasure. If you're lucky enough to find a 1983 quarter in your collection or while coin hunting, make sure to take a close look at it. Check for any minting errors, pay attention to the condition, and if you think you've got a rare find on your hands, it might be worth getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable numismatic service. You could be holding onto a piece of U.S. history that's worth far more than you ever imagined. As we wrap up, remember that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. It's a hobby that not only connects us to history but also gives us the chance to find hidden treasures. Top 5. We're diving into a specific quarter that may seem ordinary at first glance, but hold on tight, this coin could be worth much more than you think. We're talking about the 1973 United States quarter dollar, a coin that has a story behind it that's both intriguing and full of surprises. If you've ever wondered how a seemingly regular coin can turn into a rare treasure, you're about to find out. Let's begin with the basics. The 1973 quarter is part of the iconic Washington quarter series, which has been a symbol of the United States for decades. You'll notice that the design on the obverse side features the portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, with the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," surrounding him. On the reverse side, there's the classic American eagle, wings spread wide, embodying freedom and strength. The inscriptions, "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" can be found around the eagle, completing the timeless design that has made the quarter a staple in American currency. But what makes the 1973 quarter particularly interesting is that, while it may look like any other coin in circulation, there are some key factors that can make it a valuable find for collectors. One of the things that makes the 1973 quarter stand out is its age. The coin was minted over 50 years ago, and as time passes, fewer and fewer of these quarters remain in pristine condition. The older a coin gets, the more likely it is that its value will increase, especially if it has been well preserved. Now, let's talk about the rarity of this coin. While many 1973 quarters were produced and circulated, finding one that is in excellent or uncirculated condition is relatively rare. Coins that have been well preserved, ones that show little to no signs of wear, with sharp details and minimal discoloration, are highly prized by collectors. If you've got a 1973 quarter tucked away in a drawer or hiding in a jar, take a closer look at it. A coin that's been well cared for can increase in value significantly over time, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Some 1973 quarters were minted with rare minting errors, which can greatly enhance their value. Minting errors occur when there's a mistake during the coin's production process, leading to a coin that's different from the standard issue. These errors can come in many forms, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, and they can make the coin unique, adding to its allure for collectors. A 1973 quarter with one of these errors can be worth far more than a standard version, as error coins are highly sought after by numismatists. For instance, a 1973 quarter with an off-center strike, where the design appears misaligned, is especially rare and can fetch a much higher price at auction. Similarly, any quarter from 1973 that has been struck with a double die, meaning the design is stamped twice on the coin, can make it a true gem for collectors. These errors make the coin stand out in a way that regular quarters simply cannot, and the rarity of such errors drives up their value. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its price. A well-maintained, uncirculated 1973 quarter will always be worth more than a heavily worn one. Coins that have been stored properly, away from the elements and without scratches or discoloration, retain their value over time. If you have one of these coins in near-perfect condition, you're holding onto a valuable piece of history. So, how much can a 1973 quarter actually be worth? Well, the price can vary depending on the condition of the coin and whether it has any rare minting errors. A regular 1973 quarter in good condition may only be worth a few dollars above face value, but if you have a coin that's in excellent or uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, its value can skyrocket. Some of the most valuable 1973 quarters with minting errors or in pristine condition have sold for prices that will leave you speechless. In fact, certain 1973 quarters have been known to sell for as much as $67,000, yes, you read that correctly, $67,000 for a single 1973 quarter. That's a staggering amount for what was once just a simple coin. It goes to show that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and something as small as a quarter can hold immense value if it's rare or in exceptional condition. If you happen to find a 1973 quarter in your collection or during your coin hunting adventures, make sure to take a closer look. You may have stumbled upon a coin that's worth far more than you ever expected. Whether it's a minting error, a rare variety, or simply a well-preserved example, this coin could be the key to unlocking a hidden treasure. Top 6, we're going to explore the 1986 United States quarter dollar, a coin that may look like just another quarter at first glance but has an incredible story and surprising value waiting to be uncovered. So, if you've ever wondered how a common coin could turn into a rare treasure, stick with us as we dig into the details of this incredible find. The 1986 quarter is part of the well-known Washington Quarter series, which has been a part of American currency for over 80 years. The design of the coin itself is classic. On the obverse, we see the profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States, with the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," surrounding him. On the reverse side, the ever-powerful American eagle spreads its wings, symbolizing the strength and freedom of the nation. It's a design that has stood the test of time, capturing the spirit of America in every coin minted. But here's the thing, the 1986 quarter, despite being part of this long-standing series, has a certain uniqueness that makes it stand out. In the world of numismatics, it's not just about the design, it's about the rarity, condition, and any unusual features a coin might have. In the case of the 1986 quarter, several factors come into play that make it particularly desirable for collectors and investors alike. To start, let's talk about the general mintage of the 1986 quarter. As with most coins from this era, millions of quarters were produced that year. However, many of these coins were circulated heavily and are now in less than ideal condition, making well-preserved examples harder to find. While a regular 1986 quarter in average condition might not fetch much, one in excellent or uncirculated condition could be worth far more than face value. What really makes this coin exciting, though, is the presence of minting errors and other rare features that can dramatically increase its value. Minting errors are a fascinating part of the coin world. These mistakes happen when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that differs from the original design. In the case of the 1986 quarter, certain minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, and even die cracks, have been discovered and are highly sought after by collectors. For instance, an off-center strike occurs when the die that stamps the coin doesn't align properly, causing part of the design to be cut off or misaligned. These errors are often one of a kind and make the coin more valuable because they are so unique. Similarly, double strikes happen when a coin is struck twice by the same die, resulting in a blurred or overlapping design. These minting flaws turn an ordinary quarter into a rare and valuable treasure, and collectors are always on the lookout for these unusual varieties. Another important factor that influences the value of the 1986 quarter is its condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that have been kept in excellent, uncirculated condition are far rarer than those that have been used in circulation. If you've got a 1986 quarter that shows little to no signs of wear, with crisp details and no noticeable damage, you may have a much more valuable coin than you think. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1986 quarter could be worth if you happen to find one in excellent condition or with a rare minting error. Well, the value of the coin can vary widely depending on its quality and rarity, but there have been cases where certain 1986 quarters have sold for prices that are truly astounding. While most quarters from this year may be worth a few dollars above face value, those that are well preserved or have unique minting errors can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, a 1986 quarter that is in pristine condition or features one of those rare minting errors has been known to sell for as much as $51,000. Yes, that's right, $51,000 for a single 1986 quarter. This is a prime example of how something as simple as a quarter can turn into a collector's dream when it's in the right condition or has a rare feature. It's a reminder that coin collecting isn't just about hoarding coins, it's about finding pieces of history that carry incredible value. So, what does this mean for you? If you happen to come across a 1986 quarter in your collection, take a closer look. Examine its condition carefully. Does it show any signs of wear or is it in mint condition? Check for any possible minting errors. You might just have a rare gem hidden in your pocket change, and you wouldn't want to miss out on the opportunity to turn that coin into a significant payday. Top 7, and last coin, we're diving into a coin that, at first glance, may seem like just another quarter. However, hidden within its simple design is a potential treasure worth thousands. That's right, today's focus is the 1974 United States quarter dollar, a coin from over 4 decades ago that could be worth much more than you expect. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating value of this piece of American history. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The 1974 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. On the obverse side of this iconic coin, you'll see a detailed portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, along with the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." These inscriptions reflect the values and ideals of the nation, and the image of Washington serves as a reminder of the country's founding principles. On the reverse side of the quarter, you'll find the eagle, wings spread wide, holding an olive branch and arrows. This design has long been symbolic of American strength, freedom, and the country's commitment to peace and security. The engraving also includes the words, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. It's a design that, although familiar, holds historical significance and beauty. But now, let's get to the intriguing part. Why is the 1974 quarter so special in the world of coin collecting? While millions of these quarters were minted and widely circulated, the key to their value lies in a few key factors: rarity, condition, and possible minting errors. Most 1974 quarters were used in daily transactions and have been subject to wear and tear over the years. As a result, finding one in mint or near mint condition is increasingly rare. And, when you do find one, you're holding a coin that could potentially fetch a significant amount of money. The 1974 quarter is one of those coins where its value isn't just tied to the design or the year of mintage. No, its value is often determined by its condition and any unique characteristics it might possess. A quarter in pristine condition is far more desirable to collectors because it has been preserved over time, with its original details and features intact. These well-preserved quarters are becoming increasingly difficult to find, which is exactly what makes them so valuable. But it doesn't stop there. Some 1974 quarters have been found to have minting errors, and it's these rare errors that can cause the coin's value to skyrocket. Minting errors happen when there's a mistake during the production of a coin, and this leads to a coin that looks different from what was originally intended. For example, an off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to appear misaligned or incomplete. Another type of minting error is a double die, where the design is struck twice, creating a blurred or doubled image. Coins with these types of errors are highly prized by collectors because they are one-of-a-kind and incredibly rare. A 1974 quarter that has these kinds of minting errors is a true treasure. Whether it's a double die, an off-center strike, or another form of error, these mistakes can make a standard quarter worth much more than its face value. In fact, it's not uncommon for quarters with these kinds of flaws to be sold at auction for thousands of dollars. Another factor that adds to the value of a 1974 quarter is the rarity of high-grade examples. When a quarter has been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or damage, it becomes a rare and highly sought-after item. Collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved examples of coins, and the 1974 quarter is no exception. A coin in excellent condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, can fetch a much higher price than one that's been heavily circulated. So, how much could a 1974 quarter actually be worth? Well, if you're lucky enough to own a 1974 quarter in uncirculated or mint condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value that far exceeds the face value of just 25 cents. The prices can vary depending on the coin's condition and any errors it might have, but certain 1974 quarters have been known to sell for a jaw-dropping amount. The most impressive sales of the 1974 quarter have reached a staggering $68,000. Yes, that's right, $68,000 for a single 1974 quarter. This just goes to show how much value a well-preserved or error-filled coin can hold. It's amazing to think that a coin that was once part of everyday transactions could be worth so much today. If you have a 1974 quarter sitting in your collection, you might want to take a second look. Examine its condition carefully. Does it have any signs of wear, or is it still in pristine shape? Are there any signs of a minting error, such as an off-center strike or a double die? You could be sitting on a coin that's worth far more than its face value. Coin collecting isn't just about finding rare coins, it's about uncovering pieces of history. The 1974 quarter is just one example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become a valuable artifact of the past. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, coins like the 1974 quarter are a reminder of the rich history and fascinating stories that lie within our currency. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1974 United States quarter dollar and want to learn more about other rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.